It all began with a bicycle. It was a newspaper article that caught my eye and touched my heart. A father and son were new to our town and had their bikes stolen, and our family ended up heading out on a wild giving goose chase to get them some new bikes. After hours of searching, we finally found them, and all they could say was, "I like bike, I like bike." That moment ignited something within us, and we began sharing our I like bike story with those around us. And the spark of inspiration spread like wildfire. Stories of generosity started flooding in. Publishers approached us. A book was written. We found ourselves speaking at conferences, churches, and businesses everywhere. We realized that our message was more than just a talk or a book. Our goal was to create lasting change in the world by inspiring people to move from awareness to action, because we know that's where the joy is. Today, we have inspired over 185 million people in more than 167 nations. This sparked a growing movement of cheerful givers across the globe. Generosity goes far beyond just giving our money. It's being generous with our thoughts, our words, our time, our influence, our attention, and even sharing our belongings. Our initiatives, Generous Business, Generous Family, and Generous Classroom, are just the beginning. With Generous Business, we have the privilege of working with a growing number of leading companies. Our Generous Leaders training program reinforces values, strengthens the culture, and develops employees, which lead to happy customers. Our Wow Factor podcast has now become a top 1% rated podcast in the world. Generous Family provides faith-based content, including the popular Generous Students homeschool curriculum that has now reached over 3 million people across the nation. Generous Classroom is aimed at instilling biblical principles in private schools to develop lifelong givers through our Generous Students curriculum. Results are showing increased joy, positive peer pressure, and improved academic engagement, along with a decrease in depression, suicide, and anxiety. We refuse to let the world tell us who we should be. Every day, through our acts of generosity, we are changing ourselves and the world around us for the better.